do let me know. Yes, hello again. Could everyone hear me now? Oh, I'm echoing on here now. Cut off. Oh, it's working. Cool. I didn't want Jonathan talking to a brick wall. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Sorry, technology isn't my thing. And as you know, with this lockdown situation, Tom can't come and do the videos with me. You know, there's all this separation business. Hopefully he'll get back to some sort of normality soon. Thank you for joining, everyone. And for those of you who haven't been on here before, welcome. And this is all about trance mediumship live. This is about me bringing my spirit guide through. There won't be any music, obviously. Normally I go into trance with a bit of music, but we're going to have it quiet this time. Okay, so we got Anna, Tracy, Kerry, Wendy, Honey, Jane, Fiona. You got kicked out, did you, Fiona? Sorry. All right, I expect my son Tom will be watching this as well. So thank you for joining us, everyone. Hello, Elaine and Jonathan. Nice to see you again. Yes, and you, Helen. Ardelia, hello. I spoke to you the other day. Hello, Jared. And Veronica. Colette. Cool, there's loads of you joining. Thank you. Okay, what's going to happen is there isn't any questions and answers on this video because obviously my son would normally be here and take the questions, all right? And of course, Lucy, his partner too, but I'm on my own. So if I'm going into trance, I won't be able to see any of your questions. So it's just going to be Jonathan's saying what he wants to say. I'm just going to leave it up to him. Hopefully he'll have some good things to say. Love and light to you, Pamela, and you, Jamaica. Oh, I'm hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Do forgive me if I'm not. Thank you for all your support, everyone. I'm just sitting in my little kitchenette, coming to you and connecting with spirit. And I'm sure all of your guides and loved ones are with you watching as well, taking care of you all from the other side. Your looks lovely. It's got long. Oh, thank you. I think I need a trim. It's got a bit wild. Normally I just throw it up. It's all over the place now, so I'll let some more people come in. Hello, Shane. Hope you're okay. Yeah, just speak to Jonathan or listen to him anyway. Hope you feel a bit more cheered up now. You've been through so much. I'm sure you'll sort it out. Okay. We shall now see what Jonathan wants to say. I'm going to go into the trance. Oh, Sydney, Australia. Well, that's a long way. Right at the other side of the world. I think this YouTube is amazing. The way it gets through to people from here to the other side of the world. It's amazing, isn't it? That's why I'm here. Oh, yeah, I thought so. Right. I'm going to have a drink of water. Please give us some hope. Feels like the end is near. Oh, that sounds ominous, doesn't it? Looks like the end is near. No, the end isn't near. It's still here. That's a good rhyme. Kevin Hunt. Oh, it's a bit like Jonathan's name. His name's Hunter. Hello, Elaine and Jonathan. Seen you once and on the phone and Skype. Yes, thank you, Kevin. Honey back. Hello, honey. I guess you got those things we sent to you the other day that made you chuckle. Shane Ford and a Paul Ford as well. Hello from Paynton. Yeah, thank you. Paynton in Devon. That's nice down there. Hope the weather was good today. So, everyone, I am going to say see you in a little bit because I don't want to keep you all up too late. I know that when you get to my age, you get tired. So, we shall start, okay? I've already said the prayer previously, so we're all ready to go. There. Right, okay. I hope you enjoy it, everyone, and I hope that you can take something from it. All right, so just relax and let's go with it. Cast your mind to spirit and let's tune in with them.
Good evening, everyone. It is I, Jonathan. I have come to join you all once again to let you know that we are here with you from the other side. Do not despair, for these are difficult times that you are going through, of course, yes. And we are here to help to soften the blow a little. But I think that you will find that in time, things will come back to some sort of normality for a period of time, which is questionable, so to say, in your world, shall we say. But I am here to speak about our world and your world and the connection to it. And I would say that in these times that you are living in, which you are finding somewhat difficult, some of you may feel that there is no end to it. Some of you may feel a little lonely through it all. But you do not have to be alone when you go within. Going within can be a testing experience. You may find that there are emotions within you that will arise and you do not understand them. It is all part of this mass awakening that is going on, and it is happening within many people. Some people shall cope well and some people not so well. But part of the going within is to face your fears and your emotional states from the past and try to overcome them. And the best way to do that is allow them to come to the surface and let them go. Sometimes you may feel emotional in doing that. Well, you are made of emotion. You come from a place of love You come into a place that is conditioned but has love within it. So you are part of love. You are an existence of a place of love. You come from it. You experience emotions in this life every single day that you awaken. And even when you go to sleep, your dreams and your meetings with your loved ones are expressions of emotion. So that is what you are as a human being, as a consciousness that lives on after physical death. You are love, emotion. And you will experience many emotions in your lifetime, every single day that you exist in it. So it is accepting that you are that being of emotion and allowing yourself to express that emotional side of you in many ways. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Learn to accept it, that you are made up of love in many forms. In your lifetime, the people that you love and care about, you will love them in many different ways. You will love your parents, your partners, perhaps, your children, your pets, but you will express your love to them and they to you, all in different ways. They are never really the same, but they come down to one existence of the explanation of love. And when we talk about love, the first thing you would say is, well, love means wrapping your arms around someone and saying, well, I love you. But when you come to this physical life to experience unconditional love, to try to learn from it and go through it and have an experience, you will experience under that category of unconditional love every single emotion that ever was and ever is. So you will experience sadness, happiness, excitement, frustration, anger, every single emotion that you could possibly think of. You have all been through it, yes. Fear is another one. So it is all based on emotional states. And each and every day you will experience something new. So you would say, well, is love supposed to be about happiness? Well, yes, it is. That is part of it. But in order to understand unconditional love, you would need to go through these different emotions so that you could understand why other people are behaving like they do, and you will find it easier to forgive them. Forgiveness is the greatest love of all, isn't it? You would say. Yes. And you would say, well, I'm not going to forgive that person. They've hurt my feelings. So there will be times when you find it hard to battle with your emotions in life in the way of forgiveness or in the way of walking away from something that doesn't any longer serve you, or to love yourself. So the whole journey is, in this lifetime and many other lifetimes that you have lived, the whole journey of the unconditional love goes right back to you, the source. It goes back to you. So the whole journey is beginning with you and ending with you. Because each love that you experience outside of yourself and you express outside of yourself brings you back to yourself, doesn't it, every time? I had a lovely experience with my family member today. I gave them love. They gave me love. Did I give myself any love? Well, yes, I did that day because I actually enjoyed myself. I appreciated the time that we had together today. Another day will go by and you will say, well, I've had a bad day today with that person. I've had an argument with them. Oh, I don't like them today. They're getting on my nerves. But I still love them. So I am somewhat giving them unconditional love because I am forgiving them for their behavior, me for mine, and we're all back to normal again the next day. You see, it's ups and downs through life that you will experience in unconditional love. But the journey back to oneself seems to be the most arduous of all of them. You could love and forgive and have relationships with everybody else outside of yourself. But when it comes to having the relationship with you, you begin to doubt. And you will say, well, all of these people that are around me are worthy of love. What about me? I have spent all of my life giving to everybody else, which is wonderful, yes. It is good to give to others in the way of love and helping them wherever you can. But when you come home and look in the mirror, can you love yourself? Can you honestly say that you could look at yourself and say, well, I am worthy of love. People love me, yes, but do I love me? Am I going to give myself a whole list of faults, all of the things that I really don't like about myself, and am I going to make them a longer list than the things that I do like and love about myself? Well, yes, I suppose I do, because I'm living in the human condition. With all of your emotions in life, you're having a human condition. It's not an illness. It's what we call on the other side the human condition. So forgive them, for they know not what they do. You are having the human experience, and you are here to make mistakes so that you can learn from them. Sometimes it gets a little out of kilter, as I always say. But, this life is one big, huge puzzle that is never finished. A little piece of it is added each time, and it is always fitting. And even if it doesn't fit, you will eventually find the place that it does fit into, and it'll fit perfectly. You will become frustrated at times and say that that piece doesn't fit very well. Well, I will be patient, and I will keep this little piece of the puzzle going until I find the perfect place for it to fit. It may take me a long time, but it will fit eventually, and then I will move on to the next piece. But that is your life, isn't it? The puzzle. Part of the massive puzzle of the whole entirety of the population of the earth. That puzzle is all as one. And all of you are adding little pieces to it each day and making a difference. But at the moment, yes, it is a little out of kilter, but you see, through the negative comes the positive eventually. And when you are in the middle of that negative, you are all judging one another. You are all having disagreements and saying, well, that person shouldn't do that, and that person shouldn't say that. And then another person comes along and says, yes, they should, that is right, that is wrong. We are watching you, and we are thinking to ourselves, they're all in this world at the moment, and they're doubting and arguing with one another, disagreeing to disagree again, agree to disagree, all of it. Come away from that for a bit. Find you, because that's the most important part, really. That's the journey to yourself. Be true to yourself. Stop picking out your faults and pick out the good bits in yourself. Or if you feel that you are not doing the right thing for your loved ones in life and you have not done good for them, then change that. But remember always that you are human, and that your soul inside of you knows everything that is going on, everything that it has planned to do. Forgive yourself for being wrong sometimes. It doesn't make you deserve it of going to hell. You are the only one putting yourself through that. You are the only one giving yourself an ear bashing, as they call it in modern terms. Once in a while, forgive yourself for your faults and say to yourself, well, they're actually part of my journey. I will learn to learn something from them. I will make better of them and know that they have some sort of purpose to bring the negative to the positive eventually. So going back to that, you looking in the mirror, you are saying to yourself, well, what do I really love about myself? Nothing. I really am critical of myself. And if a person tries to say, well, you look wonderful today, or you're really good at that, you say, oh no, I'm not that good really. And they say to you, well, your dress or your suit looks lovely today. Yes, it's all right. I only got it from a little shop, but it doesn't look that great. And I'm afraid to accept that I look good today. If I say, yes, I look lovely, then people may think that I'm being big-headed. Or if I want to forgive myself for my mistakes, maybe I am being selfish and greedy and thinking of myself only and not thinking of another. You see, someone may come into your life and be terrible to you. I'm not saying that this is going to happen to all of you, but you may have testing relationships in your life with your parentage or your partnerships or your friendships. And years later, you will say, well, I had a really bad time with that person, but they actually taught me something. I hated them at the time, but they taught me something. They taught me how to be stronger. So now I am thanking them. I will find it in my heart to forgive them. And then 5 minutes later, you're hating them again. When you forgive somebody that has done wrong against you, it is like a huge weight lifted from your shoulders. You feel light. You feel wonderful. Why waste your time hating people? Even if they have done wrong against you. There are certain exceptions when someone really has done bad and they are not a member of your family and they've done something terrible and you would not find it in your heart to forgive them. But even that, you've got to look at it from stepping into their shoes for a moment. Imagine what it is like to be them, even if you don't want to. So if a person had committed a terrible, terrible crime against someone that you knew, and you would say, well, I'm not going to forgive them because they are terribly evil and they have done drastically wrong to my family member or whoever it is they've done wrong to. And you would say to yourself, well, I'm going to live with that hatred for them for the rest of my life. I'm never going to forgive them. And for the rest of your life, you would walk about with this hatred stirring within you, eating away at your mind. What is it doing to you? No good whatsoever. It is weighing you down and not allowing you to move forward. So the minute you let it go, again, it's this huge weight lifted off of your shoulders, and you feel light and airy, you feel wonderful. So do not hang on to hatred in your life. So we will say to you, go within and find forgiveness for yourself and others, no matter how hard it shall be. I'm sure that you could find it in your heart. So forgive me for being flippant in these subjects. I know that Elaine is a little tired, so I will do my best. And going back to the loving you, it is also not only forgiving others, but forgiving you. for your little faults, for your big faults, whatever they may be. But through looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, well, what did I do wrong? How can I make it right again? Step into the other person's shoes. Then you will find the answer. Even if they haven't stepped into yours. If you swapped places for one day with that person and see how they felt, or if they swapped places with you for that one day, they would understand how you felt. Talk to one another in life. Let each other know how you truly feel. Don't be afraid. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Stop battering yourselves. You are totally loved. Never forget that. We love you. No matter of your faults, that is what unconditional love is. A huge test, really. Then you would say, why should it be? What is the point in this silly little test that we have to go through? But your soul knows that it is creating that test for growth. There is an absolute purpose for it, even though you may not see it as that. I know that you are all listening with gusto. But when you walk away from it, don't just listen to it now. Take it into your everyday thought and say to yourself, oh, yes, maybe I should think about that. Maybe I should learn to forgive a member of the family, or maybe I should learn to love and forgive myself a little bit more and stop battering my mind every day. So then comes your connection with the one self, which is you. I would give you an example to say that you had made it, you had forgiven yourself, you had stopped browbeating yourself. But it is never going to be completely perfect because that is human life. But I would give it as an example, an 8 out of 10 expression of, you had, say, forgiven yourself and you're saying, well, I want to go on my spiritual journey now. I want to find me, and then I want to have the most wonderful experiences. Where are they? They're not happening. Where is my spiritual connection? How do I find it? Where is it? Does it actually exist, or is it just a fallacy created within my mind and like a dream, like a fantasy? No, it isn't. You find it by going inside your mind, and you look around and you say, well, this is my soul within. It is intelligent, it is old, it has been here many times. Maybe I should listen to it. And you would say, well, what is it that I do have to listen to? It is your intuitiveness. Because that is the soul within. That is the one that tells you whether something is right or not. It will lead you into a test purposely. But it's a little like your own self-guardian angel, isn't it? You all have those. So anything to do with going within and connecting to our world is absolutely wonderful. Some people will not connect all of their lives, and they will say to themselves, well, I didn't ever connect in that life. I wish to go back again, connect, and maybe they will at the end. Most people in life have one profound experience, don't they? They will have an experience where they may connect with spirit in their dreams or in their daily lives, and then they will walk away and forget about it. That's it. They will remember the experience, but they won't take it into their lives because it's not mapped out into everyday life in some people's lives. Some souls will choose to come to bring the light to the earth, and they will go within very quickly and feel at home with it, with our world tuning into theirs. And they will help people, like Elaine is doing here. That was her choice to lead a spiritual life. If you want to lead a spiritual life, then believe in yourself. Believe in random things that come to you that are out of the blue, that are signs from your loved ones, signs that would say, well, no, it is not me going mad, no, it is not my mind, I have never seen or experienced that before, that is a sign from my loved one. We are so close to your world, we can touch you, but you cannot always see us. Some can, some cannot. Some believe, some don't, but we are not going to judge them if they don't. We are only going to say to you, who is spiritual, help them to believe. Don't force them to believe, just help them to believe. And if they walk away saying, well, I do not believe, that is it, you've tried. You cannot force a person to become suddenly spiritual if they have no idea or they do not want to know. But the most important journey with the spiritual is you yourself, because you are connecting to the higher source. You are connecting to yourself, you are connecting to the heavens, and the mass spiritual awakening shall bring about many people. It shall bring about a connection. And all of your silencing and coming and locking down together is going to be quite a touching part where this is concerned, because it will help people to go within. It'll help people to have more time to get in touch with themselves. They have been so busy running around here, there, and everywhere. We've heard you saying, well, I haven't time for my family. Well, I haven't had time to look to myself. I haven't had time to do this. Your world is running by linear time. And that is what you're looking at. All you are studying is your 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, 365 days a year, a decade, a millennium, a century. When you've gone, it'll all be still going on. And do you want to look back and say to yourself, well, there were things that I could have done in that life, but I didn't? Did I waste part of it not connecting to myself? I could have had such a beautiful experience, but I didn't. I carried on in my little square corner, not ever stepping outside of my comfort zone. I feared it. I feared what I may experience. Was it evil? Was it good? Do you think that we want to hurt you? We only want to love you. We want to remind you of where you came from. That is not a judgment. It is reminding you that you come from love. You live in a world of conditioned love, and then you go back to pure love. So love yourself while you are here. Understand yourself. And it's not about standing under. It's not about obeying any rules. There are no rules, not with spirituality. There are respectfulness and fortitude with connecting with our world, moving forward. But you see, true spirituality is freedom of mind, total freedom. There are no limitations within you. It is only you in your conditioned world that create those limitations. You, yourself, create them. I have lived human lives, yes, and I have created those limitations within myself. But when you come to this side, you learn that there are no conditionings or anything of that nature in this world that I am existing in. You become consciousness. But you are consciousness already. You are just living within the physical conditioned existence that requires emotions in a more physical sense. You are living in a visual world of a visual expectancy. Forget about that visual expectancy. I will give you an example of how you could love without seeing them, you see. Before you see them, you say, well, I like the sound of them. They sound beautiful. I really do love that. And then you meet them in the flesh and you say, oh dear, goodness me, I've had a bit of a shock now because I don't see them as I heard them. My human mind will now judge them and say, well, I am going to discard you because you are not as visual as I would expect you to be. My visual of you is disgraced, disgusted. Because you seemed lovely on this side, but when I met you in the flesh, I thought of you as being hideously ugly. And I reversed away from you in judgment, and I discarded you. So don't just go by visual. Go by what is behind those eyes. What is in their heart, what they have to offer. You would say, well, you are not my kind of person. I don't normally go for you. You're not really my type. I will discard you. But you are looking at a human being, which is what you are. Look past that. Look past it and see if there is any kindness within that person. See if there is truth, love within them. And you will see past all of that, and you will see the beauty. It's in the eyes, you see. They are the windows to the soul. Oh yes, they will tell you the truth every time. You would say, well, I saw that person today, I didn't like the look of them, there was something behind their eyes. Or I saw that person today, they were absolutely lovely, I looked into their eyes and I could see that they had a beautiful soul. You see, some of you do look into the eyes. You don't go staring at them and making them feel uncomfortable, but you see it straight away. You notice it. And they may see it in you as well. So, you know, especially, I would say, children notice these things. Have you ever seen a child looking at an adult and they don't really know them, but they're either wincing or they're smiling at them? Because they know. So they will know if you're not loving yourself. They will know. You've got to look at them as old souls, you see. They come into your world only knowing unconditional love until they start to live in your conditioned world. And they start to attach themselves to whatever the conditioned mood is. And then they become all too human once again. It is not really sad to us because we understand it. Well, I know that you are all, depending on where you are, of course, getting a little tired if you are in the country of dwelling where Elaine is, or you may be in the middle of your day. What a wonderful experience having one great big earth and all of those different times existing within it. So you see, it's all a mix-up. All of these different linear times, yet we are all coming to connect with you at any of those times. Always. Remember that. If you feel sad or alone, go within and ask us to be with you, because we will never ever give up on you. We will never stop loving you. Love is eternal. And when you leave this life, that is all that you will take with you. Remember that. That love, where you came from, what you lived in, is all that you can take with you. That is all that you arrive in heaven with. You arrive from a conditioned world into our world of unconditional. So take love and forgiveness with you. Live it, express it, be it. I will take my leave now. Even if my discussion has been somewhat sporadic in some way, I do hope that it has allowed you to go within and think about it. I bid you all good day and good night. God bless you.
Hi everyone. Sorry, cat started again. Thank you. I hope that helped you. I just left it to him. I hope that my mind didn't come into that at all, but I don't think it did. I tried to sit back and relax, and Putty Cat has started again. What do you want, little man? Come here. Meet my cat, everyone. The one who bangs the doors down. It probably wants to go out. Hey, Monty. Hello, everyone. I'm the one who kicks the doors down. He's only got one eye, bless him. Oh, Monty Boo. Love you. You see him? Look, Monty, look, you're on camera, look. Go on. Oh, right there a minute. I'll stop cracking the door. He does this every time, doesn't he? He biffs the door down. Oh, dear. Oh. Right. Oh, yes, he is gorgeous. He's our Monty. We got another one upstairs. Thank you, everyone, for supporting and joining us tonight. But actually, what I'm going to do is end with a prayer, which I normally do by myself, but we will do this together. Father, we thank you for everything you have brought to us this evening. And I thank you for bringing us Jonathan, who is a big help to the people of the world. And I'm sure everyone's guide is too and will be. We ask that you place the utmost of healing, love and protection over all of us and this world, that you will heal the problem that is here. Help heal the people that aren't well, and the animals too. May you put your hand across our world and give it healing, love and protection, until we join you again. Amen. I know it may seem slightly religious prayer, but I always do that. I believe that there is a higher power that we can connect to, even if we give that higher power a name. Doesn't matter what it is, we all connect to that source, as my guide would say to you. Right, everyone. Oh, yes, he is. He's friendly with everybody, our Monty. He probably either wants to go out or wants food. He starts to want to go out when I'm going to bed. So I have to get up and let him in. Well, God bless everyone, and I hope to join you all again soon. We won't leave it too long. Okay, have a good night's rest. And for those of you that are in other countries, I don't know what time of day it is in all, but for those of you who are in the daytime, have a good day, what remains of it, okay? And I'll see you all again soon. Keep looking out for more events on here, and I'll keep posting my art to you. And I must say, people have been connecting with it very well. They can relate to it, and messages from the art will come to them. All right, so take care, everyone, and keep tuning in to us here on YouTube. And if we can help you, well, that's a good thing. You know, I will always remain honest with what I do here. Everything's genuine. I can assure you of that. Well, most of you that know me understand that. You know, so have a good night's sleep and have a good day, the rest of you. And thank you for all your support and love and kindness. Keep tuning in with Spirit, because they love us all. Good night. God bless.